So this is the mid-sagittal view of the head. And so we're going to use this to go over the respiratory system and a few structures of the lymphatic system. So as you see here, this is your external nares entering your nasal cavity. So in the nasal cavity, remember you have three nasal conchae. You have this one here, the superior nasal conchae. This one's the middle nasal conchae. This is the inferior nasal conchae. Remember the superior and middle nasal conchae are part of the ethmoid bone, while the inferior nasal conchae is its own separate bone. So these nasal conchae create these passageways, which we call meatises. So this one's the inferior meatus, middle meatus, superior meatus. And remember, at the end of the nasal cavity, you have this imaginary line here, which we call the internal nares. After that, you have the pharynx, which is this whole area here, which is divided into three regions. So this region here is the nasal pharynx because it's behind the nasal cavity. This region here is called the oral pharynx because it's behind the oral cavity. And this is called the laryngeal pharynx because it's behind the larynx. So the nasal cavity is separated from the oral cavity by a palate, which has two structures to it. So the bony part is called the hard palate, and the non-bony part is called the soft palate. So soft palate, hard palate. So the palate separates the oral cavity from the nasal cavity. So again, we'll now move to the larynx. So this is the larynx, right? This cylindrical structure, but this is how it looks when you cut it mid-sagittally. So this would be one of your walls of your larynx, the cartilaginous wall, which we know of as the epiglottis, which is located only anteriorly, because this is anterior to the front. Another cartilage that you find anteriorly that makes up the larynx is this one, which you only find anteriorly, not posteriorly. So therefore, this is your thyroid cartilage. And this one, which is the third larynx cartilage that's unpaired, is known as your cricoid cartilage. And so remember, it has an anterior part and a posterior part. So both these are representing the cricoid cartilage, thyroid cartilage, epiglottis. So within this, you can also see the lymphatic structures, the tonsils. So remember, this area is the nasal pharynx. So within the nasal pharynx, you have the pharyngeal tonsil, pharynx, pharyngeal. This one here, which is located by the soft palate, is called the palatine tonsil. And this one here, which is behind the tongue, is called the lingual tonsil.